Yo, what's going on, LNU Duelists? We got my boy Antonio here with a top 8 regional deck profile, bro. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I hopped on this, but I decided to play Labrynth this weekend, and it worked out pretty well. I was not expecting it to do this well, but the ladies pulled through. The lovely curse definitely happened. She was definitely in the hand at least once a match, but it all worked out. So obviously, 3 Ariana, Strata's to the deck. Any hand you see her, it's a good hand. So I always want to see her. So 3, 1 lovely. Have to play her. Love having her on the board. Love seeing her on the field, but not in the hand. But she just happens to love being there for some reason. But it worked out in the end. 2 lady. 3 can be a little bit bricky. Actually, funny enough, one of my games, I played a Labrynth mirror in round 6. I'm pretty sure I would have lost had I not been able to get this out, but because my opponent chained their furniture in my end phase, I was able to get my lady out, and it really helped me turbo out some stuff before they could get their engine going. This was something that took a long time for me to really hone in on, but triple Arias, ignore the 2 behind that one. Decided to play a few more normal traps in the main, not too many, but honestly, really pulled through. In my round 7, I was able to IDP my opponent in end phase with a Magnuma in their graveyard and a Heretic Seals on their field, and the game was pretty much mine from there. So even though it can feel not the best, I feel like it's just worth it. Then we got 2 Clock. I like Clock. I feel like you have to play 2 because now people know that they need to get rid of this. So you need 2, I'll side 1 going out. I'll side 1 out when I'm going second. But it doesn't do anything on its own like Arias does. So I do want to see it, but it's just not as good by itself. And then maxing out on Chandra, Stovey. Just kind of have to. I feel like this deck now is really all about acceleration, just getting everything online as fast as possible. And you just need those. And kind of complementing those, this was a last minute decision. But I did choose to include Keldu Mudora. Ironically enough, there were a few fields where I passed on just normal summon Keldo or Medora and set like 2 back row, and surprisingly it was enough sometimes. Against the right deck, banish Keldo, shuffle back 3 from the grave is enough sometimes. And then finishing off like the Labrynth engine, I guess. 1 field spell, kind of annoying to have in the same situation with Lovely, but you just really like having it, especially in the Labrynth mirrors. Kind of saw today, like whoever got to this first, and luckily I was able to get to myself to it first most of the time, really kept control of the game. Next, 3 big welcome, 3 welcome, 3 big welcome self-explanatory, 3 welcome. It was getting cut to 2, I think just with the Arias, you really want to maximize your chances of seeing a normal trap with the Arias. And then from there, we have 3 extra, could play Pros, but you just need more cards in your hand. 3 Ash Blossom, because Ash good card. Nib, because I think I like Nib in this deck even more, because I quite literally resolved the same copy of Nib against one of my opponents today 3 times, because I kept big welcoming, summoning Lovely, bouncing Nib, popping a card on his 4th summon. He would summon to play through it, and then I guess forget that I had Nib in hand, and it just kind of worked every time. And then last kind of hand traps, 3 Imperm, can set it off of Lady, all that, and just for 3 tech traps, 1 IDP, 1 Terrors, and 1 Daruma Cannon. Might test out playing more, but for now I think this was enough. I'll kind of tool with the ratios a little bit more after this weekend, but for now I think this was fine. And that's it for the main deck. Exactly 41 there. All right. And then with the extra deck, honestly not the most important thing because you're usually banishing off the extra, but 3 Chaos Angel, 3 Muckraker, and 2 Typhon. These are what I'd probably say are the most important ones. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think I summoned any of these 3 at all today. Actually, the only actual MVPs were Linkaribo into SP Little Knight, because I played 2 so I wouldn't lose both off of Extravagance, and 1 SP baited out all 3 of my Rescue Ace opponents' back row. I got rid of the last Turbulence, and there was Prosperity in the Imperm column. So we know how that game went. And then after these, just 1 Dingirsu can kind of just overlay ladies if they get Imperm, send something. Could do Zeus if you want to play. I just didn't feel like I needed it. Dark, just to help kind of link climb, get into SP, or 1 copy of Phoenix. And then Unicorn, I've kind of experimented with trying to do like a little bit of Unchained stuff, or try and figure out something in the extra deck to go into, like say I get to the point where you have like Ariana Kuklok on board and your big welcome gets ashed. I just didn't feel the Unchained version was worth the extra deck space, giving up the utility and giving up the space for more bricks in the main deck. That's it for the extra deck. And then for the side, honestly, this is the only thing I really think I want to change. 3 Joel, this was okay. The one time I saw it, I opened 2 of it, but my opponent had call by, so it worked out. Can't complain too much. 2 Juiceworm, this one kind of for Unchained, the Mirror, Dragon Link. I feel like most decks, there's some kind of application for it, mainly for Mirror though. 2 Ghost Mourner. I'm just gonna bring this up along with Cosmic Cyclone. These 2 definitely should have been 2 Lightning Storms. Would have saved me some games. Ghost Mourner was okay. I think I was way more afraid of Runic than I should have been. I feel like Runic is a really difficult matchup for Labrynth if you can't get your engine rolling first. But Mourner, I didn't really play against any Purely or Runic today, so it didn't really matter, but I was still able to use the effect and kind of burn for in time a little bit. And then Cosmic, I sided in a little bit in like the Mirror, but it honestly should have just been 2 Lightning Storm. And then after that, 2 Bell, might up it to 3, not sure, but really it's just for the Mirror. I just want to have something that was clean cut for the Mirror because like Nib is not very good into that, so I wanted like this and Juiceworm to have something that I could very clearly side into for the Mirror. I guess also it's like Runic and other stuff. Of these 4 tech traps I'm about to show, this is literally the only one I ever cited in. Erad, yeah, we all hate it. Wait till Beatrice comes out, then you'll all really hate it. But not Beatrice, what am I talking about? Wait till Transaction Rollback comes out and we can all send this in Transaction Roll. We can send this in Transaction Rollback with Beatrice, and everybody's Erading everybody without cost.
It's nuts.
It is pretty nuts. Catch you with my Bestial Labrynth so I can make Beatrice and Erad you turn 0. Anyways. Then the other 3, D-Barrier, DDG, Magic Deflector. Honestly, I think there should be in every Labrynth side deck at least 3 to 4 tech trap slots. I think Erad is kind of just a given. These 3, I feel like DDG, even though I never said it in, it's just very good to have just in case you feel you do need it, especially into like tier going second, because you really want to open up RS to just shut down their turn. Magic Deflector, again, like I said, with the Ghost Mourners and the Cosmics, I didn't really play against any Purely or Runic, so that was really for them. Could be something else, but I'm not really mad that I played it just as the safety net. Again, like I think most people who play Labrynth can probably tell you, you're not really siding in that much. Your engine is huge, and it does what it does really well, so long as you're able to get it off the ground. And then D-Barrier, you just kind of have to. Again, Erad was literally the only thing I sided in of those 4. Yeah, there's 2 Lightning Storm there. And aside of that, I think most of it was pretty good.
All right, bro, man. I'm really proud of you, bro. Top 8 is huge.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, I kind of walked in today. I said jokingly, I was like, man, I'm going to pull up. I want to win. I want to get my invite today so I don't have to pull up to a regional for the next like 3 months. I can just pull up to Nats of the summer and not have to worry about it. Not exactly the truth. I will definitely be practicing. Obviously, I don't know where we're going to be at. I said semi-ironically today that I plan to hopefully be playing a fully functional Silent Forcer deck for Nats this year, pending how much support we get for that at that point. But we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure where Lab will be at that point because I'm not going to lie. I am not expecting this deck to stay completely unhit after Transaction Rollback comes out. It really depends on how much that takes off. So, I mean, let that be kind of a thing. If you really want to get your time into Joy Lab, I would definitely do it now before you risk Transaction Rollback. As great of a card as it is, we've seen what getting cards that good does to the archetype itself. Outside of that, just shout outs to like people from back home, like Ben for hooking me up with like my last Aria, so my Magic Deflector, Robbie for reminding me about my Imprim column, Into the Prosperity, LNU Duelist, Ethan for recording, helping me out always. Everybody back home helping me play test and just helping me reinforce like the confidence with this. And even when I get discouraged and like maybe I'll have a shit hand or just like a really shitty game. Just like making sure I'm relaxed and that I know I can push through the day. Had one loss really early on in the day. I went X1-1 and it put me down for a little bit, and then I had that up and I was like, you know what, I can do this, and now we're here. So yeah. Anyways, that was a long shout out thing, but I'm just a happy guy.
I appreciate you, bro. Good job.
Of course, man.